What's up, everyone? This is Silver Slayer, and welcome to your daily silver stacking video. Thank you for tuning in and supporting the silver stacking community. The best way to support this video is by liking the video and leaving a comment. Now, what if I was to tell you that you have an opportunity to get some silver shipped straight to your front doorstep for free? What if I was to tell you you have 3 different opportunities to get some silver shipped straight to your front doorstep for free? I'm not lying. I'm doing a silver giveaway. The entry video is open. It's live. Go enter in that video. I'm picking 2 winners. I'm picking 2 different winners. But Silver Slayer, you said 3 different opportunities. Well, guess what? The Silver Stacking Podcast just hit 1,000 subscribers, so we're also doing a giveaway over there. We are doing the entry video tomorrow, so you only have probably less than 12 hours or so left to enter in that giveaway as well. You don't want to miss this podcast. We post a new podcast every Friday. We post segments throughout the week. It's really fun. We do a lot of different stuff on there, a lot of different types of segments, and it's a really fun podcast. I know you're going to enjoy it, so make sure you subscribe to both of these channels if you want to win some silver. So I actually was going to make this video about something else. It still has to do with this topic, but they actually deleted the article. And it was a very interesting article, to say the least. I showed some of it in my last video, mentioning how I was really excited to make this video. But basically what was happening is the Royal Mint admitted they're starting to go digital. They said they're focusing less about the physical coins, and they're going to like the LBMA, the stocks. They're going to go to mining stocks and basically start to go into this new digital age. And they said times are changing. That might be why they deleted it, because it probably sparked a lot of controversy. But I really wanted to cover that topic of, we are heading into a new digital age, cashless nations, right? Mobile banking, Bitcoin ATMs. I mean, everything's the swipe of a card now. When it comes to physical precious metals, especially since silver is scarce, especially since the Perth Mint, the Royal Mint, the US Mint sold 5 million Eagles the first month of January. Then we have right here, Perth Mint silver bullion sales ranked 2nd all-time highs in January. The Royal Mint also announced these record sales. But guess what? All 3 of those mints have a tremendously hard time finding silver. That's why the US Mint had a silver shortage last year. That's why they had to make an emergency mintage supply. They ran out of silver. And I couldn't imagine, with record-breaking sales, that they're going to be able to keep up with the supply this year. So I almost think, I have a little hunch that the Royal Mint is going that direction on purpose, because they still want to profit. They still want to be in the game and seem like, oh, we're doing this because times are changing. But it also might be because they don't have enough inventory to just push the physical silver, and they are going to capitalize off of the digital. And they talked about in that article gold-backed ETFs and silver-backed ETFs. They're still trying to keep, what's true to them. But I do get it, though. They did say, times are changing, and it does make sense. But it's just weird for them to say they're focusing less on the coins and more on this new digital age. Now, I wonder if other mints are also going to follow that path. Now, when it comes to the silver shortage, I've been talking about where they're going to get the silver from, whether they're going to start trying to become more innovative, mining out of the ground, but there's only so much silver in the Earth's crust, or are they going to kick in our front door and steal our safes, or are they going to mine it out of space? Now, space mining isn't a thing yet, but they are working on it. NASA is sending out a rover this year, actually. And by 2026, they're going to try to mine this asteroid called 16 Psyche, and it has like $500 quintillion worth of precious metals. They're going to try to, but I don't think it's possible by then. I don't think they think either, but they're going to try to, probably as they notice the severity of the silver shortage, and just, not just silver, but gold, copper, all of that. The Royal Mint also did announce that they're going to start recycling cell phones and laptops, trying to get silver out. So that's also another sign that's interesting, that they announced they're going digital, but they also announced record sales, but they also announced a silver shortage, and they announced that they're going to start recycling. I also found this article from Arubis AG. Part of the solution, they want to expand its pioneering role in recycling. I think recycling is really going to hit big this year. I think also over the next 2-3 years, the silver shortage, and I do think silver will be in the forefront since it's the main component for the reason we need all these precious metals, the green energy, right? This new green revolution. I think recycling is going to be a much bigger thing than even it is right now. You're going to see more and more of these articles like this coming out. You're going to see more mints like the Royal Mint announcing they're going to start recycling cell phones and laptops. I think that's going to be probably the direction we go right now at first is recycling, and then we're going to go more into other ways or other I guess options. Space mining would be the best, obviously, because there's only so much silver and gold on the earth. But actually, in my podcast, I can't talk about it yet because it hasn't released. But basically, my co-host TJ, he covered an article talking about nuclear fusion and how there is a group who are trying to do this, and if they can complete this, because nuclear fusion powers the sun, if they can pull this off, they would be able to actually make elements, make silver and gold. If that would have happened, now obviously this wouldn't happen anytime soon, probably not in even our lifetimes, but if that were to happen, that would be pretty crazy. But he covered this whole article and showing all the math and all this stuff behind it, so stay tuned for that podcast. But I do think that people are going to start looking for other solutions. And right now, this Arubis AG, part of their solution is expanding their pioneering role in recycling. So let's go back to this Perth Mint silver bullion sales ranked second all-time highs in January. So we know the U.S. Mint announced 5 million ounces in the first month of January, which is insane since their total annual mintage is around 13 million, and they almost, they almost doubled that within a month and a half. So Australian bullion sales in January jumped from a month earlier, according to the latest figures from the Perth Mint of Australia. Noteworthy, the Mint's silver sales soared to the second highest monthly level on record. The Mint's bullion gains were set against falling precious metals, with the LBMA prices in January down 1.4% for gold and off 2.6% for silver. So silver bullion sales in January 2022. So let's look at this. January Perth Mint sales of minted silver coins and bars totaled 2,387,165 ounces. So that's roughly half of what the U.S. Mint pulled. Now, obviously, American Eagles are a much popular coin, and you have to also remember Perth Mint, their coins are a lot more expensive. A lot more expensive. I mean, the Kookaburra, they're only minted around 300 to 500,000 per year. So Perth Mint is definitely a higher class mint. The U.S. Mint, the design stays the same every year. Eagles are minted 13 to 19 million per year. Kookaburra is 300 to 500,000. Perth Mint is more of the lunar series, right? They have a lot of very nice sets and series and coins, and plus the design of the Kookaburra changes every year, so it's more expensive. So naturally, the Perth Mint's coins are going to be more expensive, have a higher premium. So that's probably why there's a lot, only half the sales of Eagles. But that's still insane, right? The Mint, the only better month for silver was September 2015 at 3,349,557 ounces. Now ranking third and fourth highest are April 2020 at 2,123,121 ounces, and February 2021 at 1,830,707 ounces. So let's look at the gold bullion sales in January. So meanwhile, Perth Mint sales of minted gold coins and gold bars reached 66,709 ounces, and that's rising 21% from December, but falling 12.3% from January 2021. So for some historical perspective, and attesting to a strong 2021 in recent sales. The Mint's top 3 months for gold bullion are March 2021. That's obvious. That's when the gold to silver ratio was 125 to 1, which is funny enough because that's when gold broke past $2,000. That was actually the worst time to buy gold. That was the literal worst time to buy gold. That was the highest price gold has ever been. It's funny to think that, right? Most people buy high, just hope it goes higher. It's supposed to be buy low, sell high. That was the worst time to buy gold, but it was the best time to buy silver because silver was $11. But nobody bought silver. They bought the thing that was the worst purchase, the worst investment. So it's just so weird, like how that works, right? If silver was down to $11 right now, nobody would be buying it. But if silver was at $40 right now, your friends, your family, your dog, your cat, your neighbor would all be buying it. If you went to the store and you saw a pair of shoes you wanted, but they were, let's say the shoes were $100, and then you didn't buy them, but you went to the store the next week and the shoes were on sale, wouldn't you be happy? Wouldn't you be more prone to buying the shoes on sale? For some reason, people would rather pay the $100 price shoes, and if the shoes are on sale the next week, they get upset and worried, and they won't buy them. They'd rather go back in time and buy the $100 shoes. And a lot of that has to do with they need confirmation, they need validation that the price can go up, because when it's going up, you can see it's going up. But if you understand the real value of silver, if you really have faith, you don't need to see that validation. And that's why a lot of people get burnt in precious metals, because or any investment at that, because they hop on the bandwagon. They don't understand why it has value. So then when it declines, they just assume that it's going to keep going down, not understanding why it will go back up or if it will. So you got to understand what you're doing. Before you invest into anything, understand the market of that thing. So this is an interesting little chart here, a calendar showing all the Perth Mint bullion sales in troy ounces, and it shows silver and gold. So it goes down month by month. So you can see January 2022, just, man, look at that silver, 2,387,000. When you can see January 2021 only at 1,162,000. And you got to remember also, like, the Wall Street silver movement was around this time, but still this year, last month, people were buying up silver like hotcakes. So I would love to see a chart like this for other mints as well, like the U.S. Mint. I know they did break 5 million this year. I know last year it was a lot as well. I think it was actually, was it 2021 when they ran out of silver eagles? Or was it, I think that was actually 2020 when they ran out of silver eagles. And that's what caused the crazy high premiums for eagles. And then leading into that, they had to make the emergency minted supply at the end of 2020 going into 2021. I forget if it was last year or the year before when they literally ran out of eagles. I mean, I've been making videos on this channel for so long. Years kind of just meshed together, because it's been like I've been making videos on here for 7 years now. It's crazy to think about, but anyways, I do think though, and I would love for you to throw in your 2 cents. I do think recycling is going to be the next thing to try to fix the silver shortage problem. What do you think? Do you think it's going to be recycling, or do you think it's going to be mining innovation, or do you think it's going to be some type of silver confiscation? That's honestly more possible and probable than I think a lot of people realize. It would be the most effective solution as well, because yes, they would get our silver, but they would buy it from us. It would spark a lot of controversy, but they've confiscated gold in the past for reasons way less severe. I mean, we're talking about the Green New Deal. We're talking about the entire world going green for the sake of global warming and the Earth's health, right? Climate change, zero net emissions. None of that is possible without silver. So if they were able to confiscate gold for some of the reasons back then, a lot of times just economic uncertainty or economic turmoil, then if we're talking about the health of the planet, I think a lot more people would also be willing to turn in their silver. So, anyways, yeah, I just thought this was interesting. I wish they did not delete that article from the Royal Mint because that was just so weird to read that. If you watch my last video, go to the very end of the video. I do show some of the article that I read a little snippet. I'm so glad I showed it in that video. And I talked a little bit about it, but I wanted to wait to make an entire video of it. But now the article is gone. So, yeah, anyways, I'm going to wrap this video up here. If you thought this video was 1, educational, 2, informational, 3, at least entertaining, make sure to hit the like button. Make sure you leave a comment. Let me know what your favorite part of this video was, or the most interesting thing, or any thoughts you want to throw out there. It really does help the video out. But also, most importantly, subscribe to enter the silver giveaway, and also subscribe to the Silver Stacking Podcast as well for another chance to win some silver. This was Silver Slayer. Thanks for tuning in. I'll see you guys soon. Peace.